Jay here, and today I got kind of like this is kind of like an open conversation type of video. So I was having this conversation with Tasty Steve and another member of the Tekken community, and we fight on why it's not as popular or why we don't think there's another one coming out. I personally think there's gonna be another one coming out because they updated the logo. I think it's like the trademark of the logo, so they updated it so they can use it again. Maybe it could be for Dead or Alive 6, maybe not. Who knows? But one thing I realized about Virtua Fighter is that the game itself is very, very in-depth. Like, if you lot know about Virtua Fighter, you know it's a very in-depth game. I love the game. But the character models are generic as anything. Yeah? So, you know, Akira wearing his gi, he's got a headband on. Generic. You know, there's nothing to the characters that make them look unique. Jean looks like, you know, a long hair Ken. You know, Kage looks like just a generic ninja. All of these characters just look very, very generic. There is no backline between their story. Like, maybe you can see somewhere on the, you know, deep world of the internet. Who knows? But in the actual game, you don't see no story mode. You don't really see anything. The only thing that had something that was kind of like a great expansion is Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution, where you can go to the different arcades and can face people, and it actually had player profiles. I remember I was in one arcade on the Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution. I think it's Quest mode, and I saw Jide. Jide's a friend. He plays Kage in the UK, and I was like, oh, what's Jide doing on here? I didn't know anything. I didn't know he even played Virtua Fighter. This was like back in the day. And then, like, you know, stuff like that was cool, but there was no depth in the story. There's no depth in the characters. There's no depth in anything. The game is hard as hell. And as you know, most of these games nowadays have comeback factors. So, you know, Tekken has Rage Art, Rage Drive, Slow Motion. Street Fighter 5 has V-Trigger, you know, V-Skill. They have all of these things. And then, you know, Mortal Kombat has Crushing Blow, Fatal Blow, all of this stuff. You know, all of these games have these combat factors because it makes fighting games look more appealing. It makes it look more eye candy. And, you know, on top, it's like, it just makes it a lot more, it's just a lot more easier, you know? A lot more easier for people to just jump in and get involved. You try to teach someone Virtua Fighter in 5 minutes. Or 10 minutes even. You couldn't. Not even in 20 minutes. You know? There's a lot of moves that that are evasive. There's a lot of things you can sidestep it out of way. A lot of moves that you can parry. You know, characters, you can play them in your own unique way. Like, there's just so much going on for Virtua Fighter. And like I said, it's sad that we might not ever see Virtua Fighter 6. However, the game was just too complex. It was good that they implemented him in Dead or Alive. I'm not gonna lie, because when they put him in Dead or Alive 5, it had a lot of eyes. It had a lot of eyes on Dead or Alive 5, and now you can see what Dead or Alive 6 is going on with. And to be honest with you, I want Dead or Alive to be striving and popping and doing whatever. But if you think Maya and Kula is gonna be the saving grace for Dead or Alive, nothing coming. You know, you already have to announce another season pass because, you know, that season pass 1 was a pass. That wasn't a good thing. You know, Maya, Kula, that was passable. You know, you don't care about those characters. You know, so the only people that care about those characters are people that are looking for. And, you know, I'm not one of those people. I think Dead or Alive is a good game. I just feel like maybe someone like Geese that does mid, high, low parry would be a great addition to a game like Dead or Alive. It just doesn't make it's a no-brainer. You know, Geese does a mid, high, low parry. Why is he... Anyways, we'll get into that conversation for a Dead or Alive video. But Virtua Fighter, I would love for it to come back, but I feel like they would need to like maybe change the way how the characters look a little bit. Maybe have a comeback factor. I know it will kind of be like, nah, it will move away from traditional Virtua Fighter, but it's just the way how it is, man. You know, we're in that generation now. You know, back in the day, Tekken 4 and 5 was just literally combos and you're dead. Now it's Rage Drive, comeback factor, games, and you can see the entrance for Evo 2019 and these people that are coming. You know, maybe Virtua Fighter needs to even think about that. You know, maybe have a defensive system, then an offensive system, and then, you know, when their life is low, I don't know, they could think of something. Then think about having a story mode. You know, stop being lazy. You know, stop being lazy. And even on top of that, why is it that, you know, we have to buy a Yakuza game or Judgment, and, you know, we could play Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown? Why don't you just release the port of it on PSN? You know, PSN, you just download it, bam, you're good to go. It's not that hard. It's simple as that. You put it on PSN, you know, make some money from it. You know, that money can go towards Virtua Fighter 6. I'm not saying that money's gonna be Virtua Fighter 6 money. Loads of people are gonna buy it. I would buy it and support for sure. Like, I'd have it on one console. You know, think about it, man. That's what I'm gonna say for Virtua Fighter today, anyways, man. Cause like, I love the game. I think it's fun. I'm not great at it. Like, I'm not top player. I love Dead or Alive. I'm not top player of that either. But I like to watch it. You know, I like to watch seeing people play. Homestay Akira was, I can't remember. There was one guy that was really good with Akira, but I don't know. But I love seeing the game. You know, the different type of, you know, the way how they play. You got fast characters. The way how, you know, if when you throw heavy, they do a different throw animation. All of these things, man, they just made the game. Virtua Fighter is way ahead of its time. You know, way ahead of its time, and it's great. However, and the big however, they need to make a system. They need to maybe break down the system a bit more, make it easier for new players to come involved, and you know, hopefully it'll do well. I think it will, and maybe just change the character design because they're all generic. It's all very generic. Apart from Wolf, I like Wolf. Wolf looks, but they can easily make a good design and change the characters around. You know, think about it, man. But yeah, this is my thoughts on Virtua Fighter 6 if they ever made one. Other than that, if you lot want to see a Virtua Fighter 6, smash the like button, you know. I'll probably try and send it over to Sega, see what they can do, man. If we could all work together on this and smash the like button, share it around, and you know, I can do my part. I have good connections with Sega. Just trust me on this, 'cause I would love to see it back. I would like to see them in Dead or Alive 6, but kind of want them to have their own game. I kind of want them to build up Virtua Fighter again. Virtua Fighter, we ain't had a Virtua Fighter since 2000. Is it 2011? We ain't had a Virtua Fighter for ages. So I would love to see another Virtua Fighter. Smash the like button. Leave a comment on the comment section down below what you think could save Virtua Fighter. And remember to subscribe for your fighting game content.